This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Right now at 7, a live look outside over downtown Indianapolis on an unseasonably warm night.
Let's get right to Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory for your evening forecast.
And we've gotten used to these warm evenings, haven't we? And temperatures will continue above average until Saturday. That's when we'll see a quick but noticeable dip. As far as our rain chances, follow the bars. You can see our rain will become likely late tonight before you head to bed and then overnight while you're sleeping. Not expecting heavy rainfall, but it'll be noticed in the morning. Here are the showers from around Bloomfield to Bedford, near Lake Monroe to, say, south of Nashville, the hills of Brown County toward Columbus. The real rain sits south of the Ohio River, and the heaviest will stay to our south. But we still, in total, may see half an inch to 3/4 of an inch in some portions of the state. Wind is out of the southwest now. You combine that with the cloud cover that we have, and that means our temperatures will not fall off much tonight. We're still at 48. 36 is the average high for this time of year. Temperatures in the 40s tonight means all that moisture will be in the form of rain. Chances for Indianapolis increase rapidly after 9 o'clock tonight.
RTV6 is working for you, getting answers tonight for drivers in Hancock County who have been waiting for years for a traffic light to be installed at a busy and dangerous intersection.
Yeah, it's a story we first reported on back in 2018 in the growing town of Fortville. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is finding out work has started on safety improvements, but there has been another delay.
It's an intersection drivers who live in Fortville try to avoid. There was only a stop sign at State Road 13 turning onto a busy State Road 67. In 2019, Fortville police reported 12 crashes at this intersection.
I definitely do. I go in town and go to the one light that we do have just to avoid this intersection.
Because why?
It's just too dangerous, and even if you do decide to dare it, it takes so long sitting in traffic at peak hours that it's just easier to go to the light in town.
After a traffic study, INDOT said in 2018 a light would be installed, but the project was delayed to 2019 because INDOT thought it needed to acquire land. The design phase later showed there wasn't a need. So then contractors started bidding on the project in March of 2019. Over the summer, new black poles, wiring, and signs were added. In August, INDOT said it would be completed in 2 to 3 weeks. But now, months later, Megan Ewing reached out to RTV6 again, asking the same question. Why is the traffic signal not installed?
Just a list of excuses that we've been given over the years that seems to extend this project with no results.
A clear sign of the frustration here in Fortville. A local realtor has placed out this skeleton with a sign in front of it that says, "No turn on red." He tells me the message behind this, the town of Fortville has been waiting way too long for a traffic signal to be installed.
I think he probably died waiting on the stoplight to be installed. So while it might be a little bit funny, it does speak to the frustration of the people in the town.
I reached out to INDOT again. A spokeswoman says right now the delay is due to the contractor getting supplies for installation. The contractor is also trying to find an approved subcontractor to control traffic during the installation. Because of this, there was no updated timeline on when the light will be installed. Working for you in Fortville, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
We have followed up with INDOT asking who the contractor is, why there is a delay in getting materials, and if it is considering a new contractor. A spokeswoman is out of the office until Monday and says she will have a response then. We will be sure to follow up.
Parents in Hendricks County are raising concerns about a local school district's policy that takes aim at what parents say on social media. The Northwest Hendricks School Corporation is standing behind its parent code of conduct that says parents should not use social media to make rude or offensive comments towards school staff or the school. It also says parents should not use social media to fuel outrage about school policies or at the school or its staff. Parents who violate the code of conduct can be removed from school property and banned from school grounds. The Parents Code of Conduct, which was enacted in 2016, the ACLU of Indiana is calling it a violation of the First Amendment.
The First Amendment exists to allow us to express outrage. It allows us to speak in ways that the government may not like or appreciate, but that's the beauty of the First Amendment. And the idea that we have a school system now that's designed to show First Amendment values and civics to students, imposing such a, to my mind, obviously unconstitutional policy, I find is alarming and surprising and disappointing.
The corporation spokeswoman tells us parents are discouraged from taking their concerns to social media because it usually leads to rumors and misinformation. The district says it does not have the authority or desire to police social media beyond its own. Now, the district will remove comments on the district page it considers abusive, profane, intimidating, rude, or offensive.
The man who led police on a chase and eventually caused a crash that killed a bystander was not who police thought he was. IMPD said on Monday they tried to pull over a man as part of a federal firearms investigation into an October shooting. According to court documents, police say Marcel Carter matched their suspect's description, but he was not the same person they were looking for. The chase crossed into Hancock County, then back into Marion County, where Carter is accused of running a red light and crashing into another vehicle. The driver of that car died. Carter is now charged with resisting law enforcement and reckless driving and could face more charges, including reckless homicide. No one was hurt after a driver trying to get away from police went the wrong way on I-465 and wound up crashing in Plainfield. Our traffic cameras caught this at yellow Dodge Ram entering the I-465 on the exit ramp for 71st Street. IMPD had been chasing the truck but cut off the pursuit for safety reasons. Plainfield police say the truck eventually got off the highway and crashed into another vehicle at US 40 and Main Street. They say the truck was stolen. The two people who were inside are in custody tonight.
The latest numbers from IMPD show fewer homicides in 2019 compared to 2018. But the Fraternal Order of Police and other organizations say the city still needs to do more to address what they call surging violence.
There is a disconnect with the numbers that are being reported and how people feel in the neighborhoods.
According to the Fraternal Order of Police, 153 people have been shot or stabbed in the past 2 months. FOP President Rick Snyder says the city should do a commission on criminal justice outcomes so more violent offenders stay behind bars. Snyder also wants local leaders to look at the juvenile justice system and consider creating a public database to track criminal histories.
We're not making it personal. We're not pointing fingers at our judges, our prosecutors, or public defenders. What I'm saying to you is they're playing the cards that they're dealt. They're bad cards. And we need to get them help so they can make better decisions.
And we reached out to the mayor's office for his response. A spokesperson said, quote, "It's clear there is more work to do. Together with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners, we begin 2020 with a continued dedication to making our city a safer place for all," end quote. No word on if or when Mayor Hogsett will next meet with the Fraternal Order of Police.
A 14-year-old boy is in critical condition tonight after his brother accidentally shot him. It happened on the south side at a home on Chamberlain Drive. Police say the brothers were, quote, messing around with a gun when it went off. Investigators are still working to piece together what happened. We're learning more about the collision between an Indigo bus and a car that left a 54-year-old woman dead on New Year's Day. Police have identified the woman as Cindy Evans, but we're still waiting to learn what caused that crash. A young child riding in the car and a passenger on the bus were also hurt. They were both listed as stable at last check.
Taking a look inside the White House tonight, it's a new year, but the same global hotspots are challenging President Trump. The White House is responding to new threats from North Korea and what it calls bad behavior from Iran. ABC's Karen Travers is in Washington with the latest.
President Trump is beginning the new year with two major foreign policy challenges, Iran and North Korea. The situation at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad has quieted down, demonstrators dispersing, but tensions remain high, and the Trump administration continues to blame Iran for this latest flare-up. Defense Secretary Mark Esper on Fox News.
Just the same, it's prudent, based on lessons learned over the past, that we deploy additional forces to either reinforce that site or other sites in Iraq, or frankly any other location in the Middle East as this thing escalates.
Esper said the Pentagon is still assessing whether to deploy the additional forces that have been placed on alert status.
We feel very sure that our embassy is well secured and it has sufficient capability there to deter anything that happens.
And Kim Jong-un is showing a renewed defiance, signaling in an end-of-year message that he's no longer obligated to keep a commitment to stop the testing of nuclear weapons and missiles. The North Korean leader said the world will soon see a new strategic weapon. But President Trump this week said he's optimistic that Kim will keep his word on nuclear testing and development.
He likes me, I like him, we get along. He's representing his country, I'm representing my country. We have to do what we have to do.
Defense Secretary Esper said the administration's urging Kim to come back to the negotiating table. Still, Esper signals all options are on the table. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Now still ahead on RTV6 News at 7. If you're eager to file your tax return and get a look at your refund, you might want to hold off. Why getting done early could lead to a delay.
Plus, those fruity flavored e-cigarettes are about to become a thing of the past. The ban being put in place to cut down on young people vaping.
Now that the holiday season is over, it's time to start stressing about other things, like tax season. You might be tempted to get started on your taxes right away, but experts say if you're expecting a refund, the best thing to do is wait. Employers have until the end of January to send your W-2. You can sometimes get the same info from your final paycheck of 2019, but if it's wrong, that can lead to delays in processing any returns. The same goes for the 1098 form, which contains deduction information for expenses like mortgages and interest on student loans.
Popular flavors of e-cigarettes will soon be coming off store shelves nationwide. The Trump administration announced today that the FDA is banning the sale of fruit, candy, mint, and dessert-flavored cartridges. The ban does not include menthol or nicotine flavors. The move is seen as a compromise. The Trump administration says it addresses the rise in teen vaping while keeping small business in mind. Sweet and fruity flavors made up about 80% of e-cigarette sales last year.
Coming up, with more Americans in need of care, researchers are working on teaching machines to help patients when nurses aren't available.
And we'll talk about changes for the weekend. One of those includes some snow showers. More details on the timing coming up.
Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Tonight, we are seeing the results of a major push to make bus stops safer for Indiana children. Nearly 40 law enforcement agencies participated in extra patrols, leading to 453 stop arm violations and 1,200 more violations involving speeding. This all kicked off at the beginning of the school year in 2019. The stop arm violations safe grants effort was paid for by the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration.
You can catch the first major shower of 2020 this weekend. It's called the Quadratid, and it's known for spitting fireballs across the sky. It will be visible across North America this weekend. Peak viewing times will be Friday night into the early hours of Saturday morning. Experts from NASA say you could see as many as 80 meteors per hour. For the best viewing, face toward the northeast between midnight and dawn. Is that correct? I hope so.
But what's the meaning behind the name, Kevin?
It's a shower that won't get you wet. No, I'm no expert on the meteor shower, but I am confident we're not going to see much of it.
And you have a reason why.
The clouds. Yeah, the clouds do us in. Plus, I've never seen one where you get the peak, so 80 per hour, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not a man of patience, so I want to see.
Yeah, you want to see it at its
And then
height,
when you have to work at it, it's a little more challenging, especially between the hours of midnight and when you get up in the morning, right? You got to be patient. Okay, 35, that's our temperature Saturday with some snow showers. Rain, periods of rain between now and the meteor shower tomorrow night into Saturday morning. That's why I think we're going to be doomed by the clouds. Temperatures don't go anywhere during the day on the Saturday. Then on Sunday, 44 degrees with partly sunny skies. Rainfall potential, least to the northwest. We'll have the most rain in the southeast portion of the state. A southern system that kind of hits portions of central Indiana, but the bulk and the heavier rain stays south of the Ohio River. But at that, could still have ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, eventually mixing with some snow before this ends during the day on Saturday or Saturday night. As far as our snowfall potential, you can see 2/10 of an inch to ½ an inch. Not expecting a lot in the way of accumulation. That's during the day on Saturday as our temperatures fall. Right now, radar between Nashville, Tennessee and Birmingham, Alabama shows the heavier rain. We're on the very northern edge, the leading edge of the showers. Just now, Bedford to Seymour, then south of Bloomington, Nashville and Columbus. The trend, while we go through the rest of the evening and overnight, will be for this to lift to the north, increasing rain chances for all of us. Temperature 47 degrees. We're down 1 degree in the last hour in Indianapolis, 48 in Bloomington. Temperatures tomorrow will be just as warm, despite the fact that we'll have some showers around. 11 o'clock tonight. from Terre Haute to Indy to Muncie, the most likely area of rain south and east. That plays out through the overnight. And I think during the day tomorrow, again, the best chance for rain will be east from Indianapolis toward Richmond or down to Greensburg and Cincinnati, and then southeast Bloomington and to Seymour through the day. Temperatures, they'll hit 50 despite the rain. The wind will be out of the south-southwest. The chance of rain during daylight hours just about 40%. As we get to Saturday, cold enough that we change over to some snow showers, and you can see a hit and miss through the day as our temperatures will fall, and the wind will be cold and strong out of the northwest, 20 to 25 miles per hour, and that'll certainly make it feel colder than 35. These are the temperatures Friday afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, watch as they just fall through Friday night into Saturday until temperatures are pretty much sitting in the low to mid 30s. But that doesn't last long. Sunday will bounce back. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, temperatures are all above average. Average is 36 for this time of year. And beyond the forecast, we see a chance for rain-snow mix Tuesday, maybe some rain Thursday. Indications are we continue with above average temperatures until about the 15th of the month, so about half of January.
I thought January was going to be brutal the way we had December.
Well, it's not over.
Not yet.
Just the beginning.
Right. Well, it sounds like a futuristic prediction could soon become reality.
Experts say a shortage of caregivers will leave America's aging population in need. Bill Evans found out how robotic nurses could help.
Hi, my name is Philip K. Dick.
The robotics lab at the University of Louisville is a lot like a toy shop.
You don't feel like you're working with them. It's like more like playing around with robots.
Sumit Das is a researcher here, and for him, it's a dream come true.
It was always tinkering with things and making new stuff, and my parents always encouraging me to do new stuff, and even if I failed, they would be like, it's okay, move on to a next project. So it has always been a project after project after project.
But here's the thing, he's not playing around. Sumit and PhD student Shamsuddin Abu Bakar, who goes by Abu, are part of a research team building a robot to help people heal.
So in my estimate, about 5 to 10 years, hopefully we'll be able to see them work alongside nurses.
This is Arna, the adaptive nursing robot assistant. Arna is built to help nurses do their job.
So you push on this like the walker that elderly people use?
The robot can do a few things. Monitor a patient's vital signs, pick up things and bring them to a patient, and help them walk down a hallway.
This robot really has the potential to diminish the incidence of patient falls.
Patient falls are a big deal, and Cindy Logsdon knows it. She's a consultant on the project and was the Associate Chief of Nursing at the University of Louisville Hospital for almost 10 years.
Because a big reason that patients fall when they're in hospitals is they try to get out of bed by themselves, or they try to reach something that they can't reach, or they depend upon the darn bedside table.
According to the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, between 700,000 and 1 million patients fall in hospitals each year. Everyone involved in the project is hoping the robot will make a big difference in the U.S. and abroad.
And so if there are any of the basic sort of skills that a robot could take over in collaboration with the nurse, in partnership with the nurse, it would free up the nurse for more higher level activities.
It's about how to assist them in doing tasks that can eat their time up.
I know what you're thinking. Sure, these robots may help us heal in the hospital, but what's to stop them from becoming self-aware and destroying the human race? I mean, we've all seen Terminator.
I think that's limited to fiction. I don't think that's going to be a reality as it is shown in Hollywood. So yeah, I wouldn't be worried about that.
In Louisville, Kentucky, I'm Bo Evans reporting.
Robot nurses.
Interesting stuff. Well, still ahead, more people are making month-long resolutions to give up on one specific vice.
That's next, right here on RTV6.
An increasingly popular New Year's resolution focuses only on 1 month. More people are committing to dry January. That's when you give up drinking alcohol for the month. Experts say as many as 1 in 5 Americans plan to stay on the wagon in January, and many stores and restaurants are taking note. Zero-proof drinks and mocktails are 2 of the biggest current food trends. Experts say millennials are the biggest group, drinking less, followed by adults 45 to 54.
Hey, Parrot Heads, Jimmy Buffett is making a return trip to central Indiana this year. It was just announced today that Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band will perform at Ruoff Music Center for 1 night only this summer. The concert is set for Saturday, July 11th at 8 p.m. Tickets go on sale Friday, January 10th at 10 a.m. He was last here in 2018, by the way.
That makes you think of summer. Showers, rain showers, followed by snow showers on Saturday.
And we'll see you back here tonight at 11.